Yeah.
In 1992, someone handed me the packaging case from an ICE Felix HC 2000. In Romanian we'd call it cutia, the box. The HC 2000 was a Spectrum clone, assembled by ICE Felix in late socialist Romania, and whoever gave it to me had already taken the machine. What remained was cardboard, and that was my first computer. I did nothing with it. There was nothing to do. But something started. A low hum in the back of the skull. Not knowledge, not ambition. Something more uncomfortable than either. A need to see what else existed. A suspicion that behind every ordinary surface there might be a mechanism worth understanding. The box gave me that, not circuits, not logic. An unsettling curiosity that has never once been satisfied. A foundation was being poured then, though I had no language for it. Over the next 4 decades, many layers found grip, bricks on top of bricks, each one providing base for the next, building what I consider without false modesty an above-average brain. But the architecture started with cardboard. That matters. The material of the foundation is never what you expect. My third computer was a real machine, a 586, not a Pentium, one of those clones that circulated throughout Eastern Europe in mid-90s, grey market hardware with a color display and 4 megabytes of RAM. Powerful, for its moment. That machine could actually do things, and things got better from there. Each one faster, more capable, more connected to whatever the world was becoming. But the 586 did not start anything. It continued a process that was already in motion. The ignition had happened years earlier, in a room with a cardboard box and nothing else. At first glance, this looks like a story about engineering. It is not. Engineering came later, after the fourth computer, to be precise. A Pentium with a Voodoo 2 graphics card somewhere around 1996. The box had nothing to do with the code, or architecture, or problem solving. What the box taught was something prior to all of that. Imagination. The capacity to look at an empty thing and populate it. To hold a container with no contents and fill it full. That is not engineering. That is something older and less disciplined and far more dangerous. From the packaging, I imagined a computer. From the imagined computer, I imagined what a computer could reach. From what it could reach, I imagined what I could reach. Each step built on nothing solid, just the step before it, which had also been built on nothing. The whole structure is suspended above a cardboard box from 1992. 40 years of weight resting on something that would collapse if you set a book on it. I am grateful for that, not for the nostalgia of it, for the specific mechanical fact of it, that a disposable object became a permanent engine, that curiosity, once started, does not request permission to continue. It simply continues. And it is still continuing. The process that began with Cutia has not produced a finished thing. It has produced a life that keeps adding floors. I do not know what comes next. That has never been the problem. The problem, if it is a problem, is that knowing what comes next was never the point. The point was always the next layer, the next brick finding grip. The beginning was cardboard.